And it says you're live right there. Welcome back to Crypto Hulk. Definitely a live show. Definitely had some very live shows. Let me adjust all this. Had some very live shows. Yes. If you go into my page, let me take a look see. I'm going to show you where the really YouTube is actually helping me with my show by fucking with the channel. So if you go to my show, you go and click on the left where it says videos. If you look at the show dated today, or that'd be the 26th, so it's showing video number 7. If you find video number 7, it says this video may earn limited or no ad revenue. That's the show you want to watch. I mean, watch them all, but watch video number 7 because it must be really, really good because they're telling me that I won't make money off that little video that I made. The next one they're telling me is 2 days ago, like on the 25th, the one that says video 4. That's one that says this video may earn limited or no ad revenue due to the content. That's one you definitely need to watch, which is video 4, it says. That's on the 25th, and that's the latest in the past couple days. So just so I put that out there, those must be real good videos if they're not going to allow me to earn revenue on it. So there you have that, right? Okay, let's see who was first here today. Not a zip. I vote Hulk for king. And Gary Tort touches farmman. Oh. Well, we've only had 2 family members so far of Joseph, and I won't say Biden, accuse him of when they were little, but I won't say the last name. I won't even say that he's the president of the so-called, unfortunately, States. But yeah, 2 family members now are accusing him of, woohoo, let me adjust the dials. Let me adjust the dials. Wow, what a fucking sicko. XRP King Duck. Thank you very much, and I get the code this time, buddy. I get the code there, buddy. We got GO Bobcat 2005. Looking forward to Hulk's exceptional content. You know, I do take pride in the show. Pride runs deep. You know why? Because I do my best to find the absolute truth for all of you. Like the other show, like the other night, I did a show on Ethereum and I broke down exactly how it's a security. Now, how does the SEC not see this? Seriously? That show was good. I also made a little short clip of it today, I think it was. You can watch the really short clip, but watch the whole video on the SEC. You're gonna love it. I mean, the Ethereum project showed how it's a total security and all that. Yet our Justice Department, FBI, IRS, nobody investigates none of that shit. Oh no. But then YouTube jams my channel up because I talk about it. Really? Is this the fucking country we're in? I guess so. And guess what? I'm not going to be here for that much longer. When I'm rich, I'm out of this bitch. Got that right. These people can go suck eggs. Back Off Now is here. 1970 legend. Henry Brown. Listen to Hulk. We come out on top. I don't make a show where I expect to come out on the bottom. I put in effort into this show. The deep dive shit content that I come up with, nobody can touch. And why? Because you deserve the absolute best. I don't do this fucking shit half-ass. But, well, you know, I could just make an average show today just for numbers. I don't do that shit. I've got poor people paying me whatever they can come up with. So I got to do my fucking best job to have you all the way right at the forefront, seeing all the dumb shit going on with the rich, all these rich people out there. Okay, my job is to show you the information and prepare you for the shit that's going to come. All right, I'm showing you all the stuff they're not trying to see. Have you ever seen a program on crypto? I haven't for 3 years and 3 months. I have not seen it where they do the amazing deep dive shit. Like the other day with the Ethereum, I've never seen anybody show the actual Ethereum webpage, how many Ethereum sold, and then having them admit in like that paragraph, basically 5 times that it's a security. I have not seen that shit. Now, I do appreciate the people online in the XRP world that had the video of Joseph Lubin teaching how to disguise whales. So if you take all those videos that those guys have, digital asset and perspective and shit, you take their videos and you throw my video together with that, with the evidence on paper, and we give that to the fucking judge and say, look, dude, and the dude's a chick, or at least she identifies as one. So we got Annalisa Torres and the other one, Judge, whatever the fuck, okay? I just showed him the website. Now, if it's a judge, I'll give up the actual website where I found it and stuff so they know it's legit. But you take the recordings that these other guys got, asset investor and perspective guy, you put all that shit together, and they just need to dismiss this case and tell Gary to go kick rocks, okay? I'm serious. We got so much fucking evidence between those two fucking channels and mine and stuff other people come up with. This whole thing is really starting to irritate me where I'm ready to like get mad, okay? It's almost like they're shitting all over us. And they give us these little umbrellas to hide under. That's disrespectful. That's illegal. That's treasonous behavior. That deserves jail for the rest of their lives. Okay. I just clearly demonstrated the other night using an actual Ethereum website. Now, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a financial advisor, but I can tell you what, when a business says, if you buy this from us, the money will help us further our research, that's a fucking security. I mean, right? It's not that tough. I don't need to be a lawyer. My name's Crypto Hawk, not a financial advisor, about a crypto advisor. I'm a disgruntled American at these bastards that are in office. I think we need to go back to the 1700s in France with the guillotines and take care of all our government servants that are fucking bastards. I truly do. I think that was a great thing that the French did. We should set them up in front of Capitol Hill and send all the government people off to the gallows, and we can start fresh again with some really good examples of what happens to people who fuck with the United States citizens. That's just how I see it. Don't do anything I say. Don't buy anything I recommend. And everything on the show is a lie. And it's all imaginary, too. So there you have it. You got Henry Brown gifted somebody a membership, and that's SNR72. Way to go there, buddy. We got XR. Yeah, XRP King Duck. I've heard of Robbie Mitchnick and that little XRP thing is supposed to tell you how much the price is and all that. No, there, buddy. Let's see. Crypto She-Hulk showed up. Digital Aspect. Today we're going over Codius, by the way. Joey Fat Toes. There you go again with that name. That's disgusting, actually. But all right. Thunder XR Fart. Wow. Okay. What's that name? XRP. Wow. Never ceases to amaze me the creativity of the Crypto Hulk community. Ham. Ham says Twitter's going to be a bank. Watch. Oh, yeah, because you got Elon Musk in the early days of PayPal and shit. There'll be a bank. You'll see. You got that right there, buddy. I did a deep dive on that too with PayPal and Elon and how PayPal actually started. Actually, how cryptocurrency actually started. That was a great show I did. Started back at Stanford University right around 96 or 98. That was a great show there, buddy. But yep, first YouTuber to discover the very first transmission of money from one person to another. Crypto Hulk channel. Sea Dog is here. He's copying WeChat XR penis. Love it. You gotta love it, right? You just had to give somebody a membership, so Crypto Hulk has to say the name. Fucking love it. Douglas, the XR penis gave you a membership. I'm sure he's absolutely busting up laughing right now. Henry Brown. Hey, we got to say, Henry, what the hell does Henry Brown have to say today, folks? In regards to cryptos in general, do you expect anything in terms of Fed now? And does the R country coup affect their partnership with Ripple? Ripple. Great questions, Henry Brown. Let me start with the first one. Fed now. Well, I've already shown everybody that from day one, you had the New York Fed on the Ripple team. So what does that tell you there, Henry Brown? They're tied in. As far as dates, times, prices, this, that, I don't know. I know maximum price of XR. Okay, price that I think XRP is eventually going to be. I don't know time frames, 2 to 5 years tops. XRP will be definitely at $10,000 to $50,000. Fed now, Fed wire, whatever the fuck Fed it is. The Federal Bank in New York, the Federal Bank was there from day one. So what do you think? This will be all tied in. Don't worry about it. Next, with that coup going on over there. Look, okay, I've already made predictions and shit about all this stuff. If Mr. P, let's call him Mr. P because I like breathing. And okay, I won't go any more than that. And so if he doesn't end this shit one way or the other, like somebody's gonna make him disappear. He's gonna have a little slip and fall accident, or he's gonna choke on a chicken bone or something. Okay, but you can only hold the world at bay for so long, and it's either take a dump or get off the potty. Okay, so either this thing's gonna end badly and quickly, or if this drags on, you're going to have more. That a coup is not going to be a coup. It's going to be a takeover. And then Mr. P is going to come up missing. All right. So he's got this shit's got to do something real quick because this has been holding the world hot. People are trying to eat. It's affecting global economies, food, and everything. People are getting sick of this shit. The only person benefiting is the Biden family because they're making a ton of money from the Ukraine. So I guess the Bidens want this thing to keep dragging on because somehow money from Ukraine ends up in Joe Biden and his son's pocket. But that's my prediction with that, with the R. And look, the people that are running the world, they don't give a fuck about. I don't want to say that the WAR word because that gets censored. Oh, but you could talk about two guys smoking each other's poles, but I can't talk about a world event that's happening. This shit makes no fucking sense to me on these platforms. So look, the rich people, they just care about money. So if you interfere with their money, they're gonna care. Now, if they can make money off you with WAR, then so be it. But the minute you start affecting things, then you got to go. That's how it works. Hulk's Couch gave Rodney a membership. Thank you for that. And, all right. Let's go. Let's go. By Jove. How am I going to do this? With a video. All right, let me get the video camera. You know what? No, that one doesn't have the right format. Okay. I'm going to fire up. Fired up. Are you fired up, Patriots? That's our lieutenant. He's the colonel. He used to always ask us in the army, "Are you fired up, Patriots?" Everyone's like, "Who?" All right. Let me get this. So here we go. I'm going to start this video. Notice that it's GitHub. GitHub. This is dated 2014, everybody. Now I'm going to back it up to about here. You see overview, definitions, smart contract, Oracle. I'll be going over that. Smart Oracle or Oracle host. I'm going over that. Contracting policies. From oracles to smart oracles is where I'm going to go next. So see that right there, from oracles to smart oracles. Implementing smart oracles is my next section. There that is. See, implementing smart oracles. I'm reading off my list. Code sandboxing is the next one I will talk about. There's code sandboxing right there. Codius and Google Native Client is my next one. There it is, Codius and Google Native Client. We're going to go over that section. Offline contracts is our next section we'll be going over. Now, all this other stuff is out of my league. Offline contracts. What I'm showing you right here, making a video of, is the white paper for Codius. This is what will run the entire world. Not a big deal. Just showing you right now. Contracting clients. Offline contracts. Offline contracts is here. Guess what? That one's been around for almost 10 years. Ripple just told us about offline contracts about 6 to 8 months ago. They've already had it for like 9 years. Just letting you know. Financial applications and beyond. So that's that right there. Hold on a minute there, buddy. Crypto wallet controls will be our next section. Oh, well, conclusion is right there. Acknowledgements. And that's it. Okay, let me post this. You now have the whole document with me reading off most of the sections that we're going over. That'll make it easy for you to follow. Let me hit the upload button. It's 2.5-minute video. I'm gonna start this video. Notice that it's GitHub. Hold on. Edit into a short. I don't want to edit into a short. Okay, let's see if this thing will work. So now I got to play the game, or I have to wait for this video. I have to get internet because right now the phone, it appears to have no internet. It just happens all of a sudden. Okay. So I'm going to go into my settings, hit the Wi-Fi, turn off Wi-Fi, turn it back on. See if that does it. Gotta love it. Says you're offline. Why the fuck am I offline? All of a sudden now I'm offline. Okay, that makes no fucking sense. Upload a video. Let's see if it'll work. Thank God. Okay, let me do a couple things here. Just we're at a commercial break. So if you're drinking beer or something, take a couple chugs. If you're drinking shots, responsibly take sips. If you're smoking weed, wait till after the show. Okay, almost ready. All right, this video was just loaded and it's at 13% right now, so it looks like everything's going good so far, at least. We'll find out. Let me check some comments and we'll get right into it. If you know what you hold, everything under a buck is a deal. Still hears yeah, and I don't see any video yet. Did Ripple start Bitcoin? Well, I got some nice high focus sativa. Okay, here we go. Go into my channel, go up to where it says videos on the left, click on it, find my video that says something about Codius. I just posted it just now. It'll say Codius breakdown. That's where we're going to start. Pull it up. I don't know how big you can get it to where if you can read it. That's about the best I can do. I'm not giving you the website that I got it from because, yeah, that's how we do it. Okay. I'm going to get into explaining to you. Codius is going to run the world from stock markets, auctions, the legal field, crypto, exchanges, banking, everything. Everything, everything. All right. Who invented it? Stefan Thomas and Evan Schwartz. If you want to know what they look like, go onto my videos and go to the little video section where I have all the employees of Ripple. You can see what they look like. This was made in 2014. The program that's going to run the world was made 9 years ago. Just saying. All right. They've been waiting for a long time for this to take off. Some of you guys are bitching. Oh, yeah, I'm bitching too. I've been waiting 3 years, man. Think how long David Schwartz has been waiting to be rich off this shit. 15, 20 years, 40, 50 years. I mean, I don't know. Okay. Overview. Here we go. Read the first and second paragraph. I'm like Joe Biden. Read the first and then the second paragraph. He reads whatever the teleprompter tells him to, right? Smart oracles. This is important. This whole Codius thing is about smart oracles. And then we're going to add into that artificial intelligence. Smart oracles provide a simple, flexible way to implement smart contracts. Okay, so think of like Ethereum. Hey, it's great. Smart contracts, awesome. But if you don't have a smart oracle telling it what to do, you're done. Otherwise, it's going to be so dang inefficient and so expensive to do things. It's not worth it. Okay, smart oracles implement smart contracts. Let me rephrase that. Codius will tell Ethereum what to do. Got it? And who has the power of Codius? That'll be Ripple. Just saying. Which encode business logic. So businesses the world of business. Oh, that's just about everything. The world of business will Codius will encode business logic. Codius will encode laws and other agreed upon rules. Smart contracts build on the idea of oracles. Or entities that provide smart contracts with information about the state of the outside world. A smart contract needs information about the outside world. The oracle gives it to the smart contract. But then the smart oracle tells the oracle, who then tells the smart contract, who then does what it's supposed to with the crypto. See how all this goes? I'm going to summarize all this. I'm not going to read every single thing. We're going to be here for like 2 hours. It says, in such a system, rules can be written in any programming language, and contracts can interact with any service that accepts cryptographically signed commands. Let me explain something. Without Codius, you have to write in a particular coding programming language, okay? Like this. Let's say, okay, I'm in America. I have something called Ethereum. It's a smart contract. If you don't speak my language, my crypto won't understand you and won't work. So therefore, you have to speak my language. That's Ethereum and everybody else that has smart contracts, okay? What Codius does, it's like, you speak whatever language you want. Like, what? Yeah. That's why Ethereum is fucking dog shit, okay? Because Codius, again, let's get what Codius does so you know. It brings information from the outside world, from the smart oracles down to the oracles, down to the smart contracts, and tells the crypto what to do. It can be written in any programming language, and your smart contract can interact with any service, not just Ethereum-based programs or Ethereum-based. It can adapt with anybody. Oh, damn, that's where the word interoperable comes from. Okay, that's why Codius will run the world. Let me continue. We introduce an implementation. Here we go. Here's what Codius means. We introduce an implementation of smart oracles called Codius. We introduce an implementation or a platform or a program or a system, whatever you want to call it. It's a system of smart oracles, and it's called Codius. So now you know what Codius means. Codius uses Google's native client for code sandboxing. We'll get into that, what that means later, okay? In this paper, we begin with some definitions and background on the concept of smart contracts. From there, we move on into our proposal for smart oracles and describe some of the technical, which we're not getting into, the technical implementation details and the security threat model for the system. In the final selections near the end, we describe some of the financial and non-financial applications of Codius and the greater potential for this approach, which is Codius, to smart contracts as a whole. Okay, let's get into smart contracts. So now we're going to definitions. If you're following along, you can pause it and read along as I read it off to you. Smart contracts, second paragraph. Smart contracts are programs that formally encode certain conditions and outcomes. The code is agreed upon by the contracting parties in advance and must be faithfully executed by a disinterested, neutral person. Okay, me and you make a contract. I'm buying your car. Every month, I will pay you $500 a month. Now this is all in the code. You can write this contract. If at any point a payment is not made, the car's title will then revert to you. So you put all these things into a smart contract, and the oracles and the smart oracle basically calls all the shots. It's like the brains of the operation. Okay, that's how this works. And I'm just giving you the basic run up, okay? Because I'm moving on after. I'm not trying to explain every single nook and cranny. The next section will be called Oracle. Here we go. Some smart contract systems, including the one built into Bitcoin, are strictly deterministic. Okay, Bitcoin, it's got to be written a certain way, or it just don't work. Got it? So let me keep going. In order to interact with the real world, these systems rely on cryptographic signatures submitted by outside systems called oracles. Or what are oracles, Crypto Hulk? Oracles are trusted entities which sign claims, like you sign the claim about the state of the world. Since the verification of signatures can be done deterministically, it allows deterministic smart contracts to react to the outside world. Okay. Next, we go to from oracles to smart oracles. So let's scroll down. Here we go. From oracles to smart oracles. I got to read the first paragraph. The concepts of smart contracts and oracles have existed for some time. Several earlier designs, including Bitcoin, have relied on executing the contracts within consensus networks, leading to the requirement that their execution be deterministic. In this paper, we aim to show that placing contract execution in the hands of smart oracles generalizes and simplifies the system significantly. So this is what Codius does for like Bitcoin and everybody else. Let me do it again. It places the execution of a smart contract into the hands of a smart oracle, which is like the boss, let's say. And the boss generalizes and simplifies the whole process. Okay, let's leave it at that. I don't want to get into EVMs and shit like that. Let's leave that alone. Now there's a guy. This is the second paragraph. The concept. Now this is just kind of information that's kind of cool to know. The concept of smart contracts is widely attributed to Nick Szabo, who in the late 1990s argued that formalizing relationships and encoding them in software and hardware would simplify and secure business logic. Nick Szabo pretty much came up with the idea of smart contracts. In this paragraph, it gives us an example of a vending machine. So walk up to your vending machine, whether it's a Coke machine or whatever, and you put in, let's say, the amount of money that you need to buy. You push a button, and then the Coke product pops out. That's how Nick Szabo basically said that that's what a smart contract is. If you put in money and the appropriate amount, then you pick a product, and then the machine will recognize that and then send you what you paid for. That's basically a smart contract, okay? But he's just kind of using that as an example. The next section I'm going to is called Implementing Smart Oracles. Let's scroll down to, here it is right there, Implementing Smart Oracles. And I'm going to read both paragraphs. So this is what Codius is. Smart oracles plus sandbox code in Google's native client. In just a really, really simple nutshell, that's what it is. Smart oracles plus Google's native client with sandbox code, bam, that's fucking what it is. That's going to run the world, okay? Smart oracle implementations could take many different forms. In the following sections, which we're not going to read all of them, in the following sections, we outline some of the elements we see as essential for most, okay? If not all smart oracles. Namely, the key components are securely identifying code, sandboxing code, Oracle APIs, contract hosting and billing models, and client or contract clients, okay? We should note that the following sections dive into the more technical details, which we're not getting into. They're going to list the like down below, there's a lot of technical shit we're not getting into. That's why it says that the following sections dive into more technical details of smart oracles. Readers who are more interested in the big picture, so some of you guys that are really fucking tech smart, and that's not me, read the following paragraphs because you'll find them interesting. Uh, I'm going to just scroll down. I might get into one or two of the real techie kind of smart Oracle implementation deals, but I'm not diving into none of that stuff. First one we're going to go to is code sandboxing. That's the one that, I mean, I've read this whole report a couple times. So I'm just going over what I think is important and was interesting to me. Code sandboxing. Here's the next one. So this is important right here. The heart of smart oracles is the ability for users to agree on the code of a contract and then to upload it to a trusted third party for them to execute the agreement. Smart oracles must be able to safely execute the user code, which is untrusted and may actually be malicious. Oracles must protect their own system. So here's what oracles do. Oracles protect their own system and the integrity of the other contracts that they're running, okay? The four most commonly cited methods for sandboxing. Think of a sandbox as a safe place where you can play, right? As a little kid. The most commonly cited methods for sandboxing or constraining the functionality of untrusted code are described below. Different smart Oracle systems. So there's different kinds of smart Oracle systems. Codius is just one, okay? They added a bunch of stuff. I'm just going with, just use my language, okay? I know the tech guys are just going, this is like Codius for dummies, and this is the dummy right here. So there's different ways to get something done with smart systems like this. Ripple and the crew and the team that helped them, they put together their own system, their own implementation called Codius. So that's what we're looking at here. There's more than one way to skin a cat, as they say, but Ripple chose this particular program called Codius where they build it themselves, okay? So the four most commonly cited methods for sandboxing. Different smart Oracle systems may choose to use distinct subsets of these options, but they can be layered together for increased security. At the end of this section, we will discuss the four methods together and explain our selection of Google's native client for Codius. Now we get into code sandboxing. Codius and Google's native client. So I guess I'm going to skip, if you have time, read virtual machines. It's very important, okay? I'm not going over that right now because it's not in my notes, but I found virtual machines pretty cool. And I'm not a tech guy, but virtual machines were very awesome for me to read. Okay, next section, Codius and Google native client. Let me find that. Let me scroll down. Okay, it's about a page or two down. I'm supposed to read the first, second, third, fourth, and sixth paragraph. Oh. Google's native client is a sandbox. Here we go. So this breaks down what the hell is Codius, all right? Google's native client, first off, is a sandbox for running untrusted x86 code. Now remember, Codius uses Google's native client, which is a sandbox of trusted codes, okay, that help program stuff, all right? The low-level commands used by most computer processors. Native client, so Google bought native client or whatever it was. Native client was developed to run compiled binary code on the web. as opposed to HTML, JavaScript that websites normally limited to. Native Client makes a number of improvements on top of software fault isolation to provide a constrained execution environment that protects users from potentially malicious code. So you got Codius, which is an implementation of smart oracles. It needs a language to communicate with itself and other platforms and cryptos. That's where Google's native client sandbox comes from. And what it does, native code does, it protects users from bad code. All right. Native client can be used to run any programming language. You got it? So that's why Codius, actually, let's say specifically, native client is being used by Codius because native client can like speak any language. Okay. That's pretty fucking amazing. So now you don't have to use just a specific kind of coding language. That's why they're using the sandbox. Okay. It's got a bunch of tricks and shit in there, like interpreters from all around the world. And this sandbox has all these codes or translators, and that's how the shit gets done. All right. I'm just breaking it down simple as I can. There's a little bit of a problem with native client, but it's not a big deal. Portable native client modules run about 10 to 25% slower than LLVM, which is virtual machine compiled native code. So we talked earlier about virtual machines, and it is a little faster, better, but it's very expensive, and you got to segregate certain computers. It just costs a lot more. This is much simpler. Like plug it in and play. It's like, so yeah, I'm not going to get into it anymore. Let's continue. Native client is a lighter weight than a virtual machine. Like I said, virtual machines can get shit done, but it costs much more energy and all that. So this is more efficient and it's simple, and it might be a little slower, but in the end, it's actually better. Native client provides a smaller attack surface than an entire operating system managing containers. Virtual machines and containers may develop a better balance of performance and security in the future, but they do not meet our requirements at the present time. So virtual machines and stuff, like, if you ever heard of the Ethereum virtual machine, okay, what they're saying is, yes, it might be faster and this and that, but it's not as secure. And we've heard the hacks that Ethereum's had, right? And the forks and shit and all that stuff that happens. That's why Codius native client is not fucking with the virtual machine. All right. For those of you on the street, I'm trying to explain that with your lingo. Your lingo. But Crypto Hulk, you always cuss all the time. Oh yeah, that's right. Offline contracts. We're going to scroll down to offline contracts. It's kind of a ways down. Okay, I'm going to check comments right now. I'm going to take a short break, read some comments. I'm going to come up for air. I've been deep diving, so I got to come up for air on the scuba dive. Salvador Ramirez, thank you very much for that donation. I'm going over something that no other channel goes over, and it's very techy. And I haven't seen any other channel do this. So I appreciate that donation. It's a lot of work to find this stuff and to break it down and try to explain it. Some people are like, well, why do you want to learn about Codius? Because it's going to run the fucking world. That's why. Every platform. So you got like the XRP ledger. Codius, I believe, will be layered on top of that. And then all the other cryptos, all the other platforms, all the other virtual machines, whatever the fuck it is, smart contract shit will be based on top of Codius because Codius is going to call all the shots. You got it? These other platforms are not smart. They don't have smart oracles. They don't have Google native client and all these things. They don't have all this stuff. They're actually using virtual machine, which came out of like the 1950s or 70s or something. All right. So that shit's kind of like old school. It might be faster or whatever, but it's just super expensive, tremendous amounts of work, and it's not as secure as what Ripple's going after. What is the most reliable, the most advanced technology, and the safest. Okay. So that's why we're going over this. It's the future. Everything will run on it, not just crypto stuff. We'll get into like in the future. What are the other uses? I already talked about some of them, but we'll get into it. Like everything will run on this Codius. That's why I have to go over this and teach you it. Thank you, brother. No one talks about the other stuff Hulk does. Not one. That's right. Because my channel, it's an educational channel. I'm trying to I'm not worried about day-to-day news and all that dumb shit and who's fucking who and all that stuff. I don't care about that shit. All right. What I'm trying to do is show you the whole big picture of the future. I'm showing you the future right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to help you understand. I know this shit's complicated, all right? Trust me. But I have to read this shit and then break it down to you. And your job is to maybe try to understand it because I have to read this blah, 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 and all this fucking shit. And then I got to try to make sense of it and teach you. So I actually have the harder job, all right? I probably put in, not just today, but all the times I've looked into Codius and studied it, easily 30 hours, okay? So what I'm doing right now is I'm showing you how the future will be and who's going to control the future. I'm showing you what implementation, what platform, what master program, or whatever you want to call it, is going to run off of Codius. People ask me, Crypto Hulk, Flare is going to use Codius. I mean, what did I say? Someone asked some question about Flare. Is like, if anything, Flare will run because there's Codius, right? All the cryptos around the world will run because of Codius. It will allow everything to work. That's how massive Codius is. We haven't gotten into the business world, the legal world, the voting world. The whole world will need Codius to work. That's why I'm going over this, because it's the master program. And I'm showing you now, it's already been done. We're just waiting for all these other countries to hook up, get the infrastructure, get the XRP ledger in place, because, man, we're going to take off to the moon when this thing goes, all right? That's why we're looking at this. I don't go over, like, hype shit, like daily news shit. I don't fucking care, all right? I'll go over more news. So tomorrow I'll be back to regular looking up the news, what's popular, what's fucking drama and shit. But today is what'll be the last day of the deep dive for this particular thing, all right? It's vitally important you understand that. Wait a second. Oh, definitely. Oh, man. 1970 legend. Definitely red pill material. I'll officially be here for 2 months tomorrow. Have got a much better perspective about things. Now I wish I'd been here earlier. Keep it up, Hulk. There you go. So I'm showing you, you see, like, this is a deep dive, and I'm trying to make it as simple as I can because this shit can get real complicated. I'm not getting into all the tech stuff, but I have to get into just enough tech so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. But I just don't want to touch on it for like 5 minutes because, like, this is the fucking world's future right here. I'm showing you the world's future. Other channels, look, they're more concerned about trying to get views. Yes, I'd like to have views. Yes, I'd like 1 million people on my channel. That would be great and wonderful. What's more important, though, is I make a show where 378 people know what the fuck is going on right now, and you're able to predict the future because I'm teaching you who's going to be running shit. So when it looks like Ripple is, I don't care. Hey, they lose the court case. I'm not fucking worried because I'm showing you right now who fucking wins in the end. Okay. And it's got to be like that. Nobody's going to watch a show for 50 minutes on Codius. They never even heard Codius. What the fuck do they care, right? The minute XRP goes to 5, 10, 50 bucks, these motherfuckers are selling off. Oh, God, we'll never get our money back. You and me already know Ripple wrote the future. So we ain't going nowhere for 50, 100,000 bucks. We're hanging in it for 10, 20, 30, 50,000 bucks. I'm showing you Codius, which is going to run the fucking world. Not just the cryptos, not just the banking. I'm talking everything you can think of. Real estate, legal matters, the court systems, voting, commodities, securities, derivatives, all the shit. All the money in the world and just everything in the world's Codius. That's why I'm teaching you this, so you know. I don't care what the court thing happens tomorrow. If it goes to Supreme Court, I'll just fucking wait, man. I already know where this ends up. We're super fucking rich. That's where it ends up. So let me move on. But it is definitely red pill. I'm not here to just teach basic. See, these other channels, look, they want to sprinkle the news. So you get all the views, right? I don't fucking care about numbers, man. I care about, I'm getting into some hardcore shit that you need to know. Let's talk about offline contracts. Was there a Codius airdrop? It's not a coin, so there won't be an airdrop. It's an implementation. You need to keep learning. Watch the show a couple times. But this isn't a crypto, man. It's the world's system on how you're going to send stuff all around. It has nothing to do with crypto. I just said it involves everything. It involves crypto. It involves real estate. It involves legal. It involves business. It involves moving commodities, derivatives, land. I don't have enough fingers and stuff. It'll do everything, okay? The whole world will connect with Codius, and it will be the brains. That's where artificial intelligence comes in with Codius. That shit's running the world. All right, that's where this goes. Let's get back to the work. Offline contracts. Okay, so remember, this report, this white paper is from 2014. Ripple just told us about offline contracts, like right here, and offline payments and shit. They just told us about this like 8 months ago. This shit's been, like I'm telling you, this shit's been around for 9 years. They've been like this. Okay. Dude, this Ripple thing, they've got all kinds of shit you have no imagine. I mean, it's all done. My channel's the only one that showed Ripple Singapore with the gold vaults, right? Trading the cryptos and getting gold and silver. Then it talked about trading commodities, securities. No other channels brought any of this up. Okay. Clueless. Unless it's about daily news and about getting the views and hyping everybody up and going to Las Vegas and jumping up and down like a crack addict. All right. I mean, they're all about that. But when it comes to real stuff that you need to know, it's like crickets. You can hear the crickets chirp at night. It's that quiet. All right. Offline contracts. Okay. I'm just going to briefly go through offline contracts. I'm not going to read everything. I'm going to just summarize it. Request the public key. It talks about public keys, escrowed funds. If another party cheats on another, the victim can upload the contract and run it to impose penalties to breach the contract. Talk about contract host. You know, there wasn't a whole lot that I found really interesting in offline contracts. Just the fact that they're able to be done without having to be online. And the fact that Ripple just told us about this shit like 8 months ago, I just thought it was kind of cool just to let you know. You could read through that if you want. Uh, Try not to fall asleep though. Next, financial applications and beyond. Let's scroll down. Right there, financial applications beyond. I'm going to read the first paragraph. Smart contracts in general can be used to model any type of agreement or relationship that consists of clear conditions and outcomes. Smart oracles makes the implementation simple, flexible, and powerful. Okay. You've got Ethereum. You've got smart contracts, but then you got to do all this kind of shit to make it work, okay? And then they still get hacked. They undid. There was Ethereum transactions that were undone, okay, about a month ago. I went over it. Nobody else did because they're afraid. Oh my God, I'm going to have all the haters after me. I'm going to have all the Ethereum people hating me. So nobody did a video on it because I know because I listen to these other people. It was shocking. It's shocking. Ethereum was totally fucking undone. And I did not hear other channels talking about it. I'm like, wow, really? Oh God, I'm going to offend some people. I'm not going to talk about how Ethereum's hacked because then all these people are going to come on my show. These motherfuckers don't even go over their comment sections. Have you noticed? Look at all these other people's comment sections. See how much fucking spam after spam. They don't go on their comment sections to talk to people. They don't even do live shows. What do? Blah, 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 blah for about 15 minutes, 20. Talk all about their sponsors and shit. Get paid from their sponsors, but never talk to you on a live stream like we're doing now. They don't ever have phone lines open. They don't do none of this shit. Their comment section is dog shit. You don't even want to go in there. It's so full of spam. But yet, that's all I'm gonna say. Go look in their comment section. Tell me what you see. Financial applications and beyond. So, what smart oracles do is it makes the implementation like Codius simple, flexible, and powerful. Let's start with the number one. It says bridges between value networks. Distributed networks like Bitcoin and Ripple. Oh, notice, by the way, Ethereum's not even talked about here, okay? Ethereum's not even brought up. And Ethereum was around when this was put out. Ethereum was having their sale. When this came out, Ethereum had their sale. If Ethereum was all that good, why wouldn't they use Ethereum? Why wouldn't they talk about Ethereum more in this? They do at the end, they do at the end. Why is Bitcoin mentioned a lot in here, but Ethereum not? I'll leave that up to you. Bridges between value networks. Distributed networks like Bitcoin and Ripple maintain separate ledgers or blockchains that track accounts and balances. Traditional financial systems have their own ledgers as well. Contracts built on smart oracles, there we go, that's Codius. Nobody else has this. Contracts built on smart oracles can create automatic and fully trustworthy bridges between disparate systems. That means different systems. Here we go. Here's the money. Such a bridge could accept payments in one system, like Bitcoin, and immediately issue a balance or initiate a payment in another, like Cardano. Oh man. Codius is that bridge the whole world will use. There is no other smart oracle system that can do this as safely, as quickly, as cheaply as this. Let's congratulate ourselves for picking the right one. Next, number two, escrow controlled by smart contracts. So the following one here says escrow. Smart contracts can easily be set up as escrow contracts that monitor an exchange between two people. Let me tell you something right now. You know all that escrow XR Pizzle, and that's for shizzle. But you know all that escrow XRP we've been talking about for like ever? Okay. Who's controlling that? How's it being done? It's Codius. Like, holy shit, Crypto Hulk, are you fucking serious? Think about it. It's Codius. Let me read this right here. Escrow. You heard of the XRP escrow? Okay. They talk about it all the time, don't they? No other channel knows what you guys are learning right now from Crypto Hulk. Pat yourself on the back. Escrow. This is the XRP escrow, everybody. Let's list this. It's all Codius. It's being used as we speak because they invented it 9 years ago. Smart contracts can easily be set up as escrow accounts. Well, well, well. Look what we find out on Crypto Hulk channel. They are set up as escrow accounts that monitor an exchange between two people. Oh, you mean when Ripple gets the XRP in an escrow account and they give it back and they get it every month? Yeah, that's what's going on. This is all Codius right here. No other channel even knows about this. Codius is running as we speak. That's who's issuing and taking back, and it issues and it takes back. Well, Ripple gives it back, but that's how it's set up. Codius is running shit already. Next, we go down to number 3, cryptocurrency wallet controls. We already know Ripple has wallets. They were controlled by Codius, by the way. Damn, Crypto Hulk. Auctions for digital assets. You have auctions that are done by Codius. The winner gets the winning whatever, and the other people are sent back their money. Codius does that. Derivatives. Oh, damn. You just said it, Crypto Hulk. Derivatives. That's like almost all the money in the world. Derivatives. Contracts that monitor the performance of digital or non-digital assets. Can also be used as futures, forwards, swaps, options. Crypto Hulk. Dude, that's like the whole fucking stock market shit. Yeah. Codius can already, that's where the flip of the switch comes in, everybody. This shit's already done. Do you get it? We're waiting for everybody to just link up with the platform, the XRP ledger, get their banking shit, get an account going with Ripple and all the shit. That's where the flip of the switch happens. All this stuff is done that I'm talking to you about right now. The shit was done in 2014. It's already done. All right. The other channels don't know that it's all done. But that's why you watch this channel, because I keep you ahead. The other use for Codius is debt and equity. They start talking about other securities based on payments and rights. Now we're talking about securities. Earlier right there, we're talking about derivatives, right? That's all the fucking stock market shit, my friends. They'd start talking about smart property. Okay? Think of what property there could be talking about. Any kind of fucking property. Smart contracts, which goes into smart oracles, which goes into Codius again. Think of housing and cars and whatever kind of property you got. Next, voting. In the future, smart contracts can be used to enforce democratic, bureaucratic, and other types of control structure over assets. Oh, damn, Crypto Hulk. Let me check the comment section, because the last part we got is conclusion and then acknowledgments. So let me get into this real quick. If Codius was a blockchain and had a token, it would be the absolute king of them all. Pretty much, but it's not. Dan Foley, thank you very much for that donation. Appreciate it. Rob, I'm planning on getting the Ethereum mention is a nod. The marketing campaign. Okay. Let's see. Okay, back to the conclusion. Now we're at the section that says conclusion. Smart contracts are an exciting new frontier for technology. Here we go. Business and law. This is not, we're not just talking about cryptos and this now. We're talking about everything, everybody. Everything. We hope that this paper and our implementation, which is called Codius, is a contribution towards bringing these concepts to life. It's already done. What they're trying to do now, and they have been trying for the past 10 years, is bring it to life. It's already done. It's already made. They're trying to bring it to life. Get it? Second paragraph. Smart oracles combine the idea of an oracle, which provides information about real world, with a sandbox code called Google's native client. Okay, that's what it is. The smart oracles and the oracles get their information from Google's sandbox code, and we call that Google's native client. Okay, that gives the information and tells a smart oracle what to do, which then tells the oracle, which then tells a smart contract what to do. It is independent of existing distributed networks such as Bitcoin and Ripple. Okay, here's the deal. This is separate. You got the XRP ledger, you got the XRP, you got, and then you got, and the XRP ledger is completely separate. The XRP ledger is completely separate. The XRP itself is completely separate. Then you have Ripple, which is separate from them all. And then you have Codius, which is separated from all of them on top of that. See how all this works? So they're not joined together, they're separate. That's why it said here, this is important to understand. And I'm going to add, when it said it is independent, Codius is independent, meaning it's separated from existing networks such as Bitcoin and Ripple. They're not joined together. It's a separate, completely separate thing. And Codius can interact with any internet-based service. Oh, man. Separating the untrusted code execution from the distributed networks reduces the complexity and thus increases the security of both systems. So what Codius is separate from the XRP ledger, which is separate from the XRP crypto, which is separate from Ripple. So let's say if Codius gets like infected, it doesn't infect everything. See what I mean? So that's where the security comes in. Just a part of this whole system could potentially get infested or infected, but it's not going to. But let's just say if it does, at least the whole system doesn't get all fucked up. Okay. But you've got smart oracles in there, which will use artificial intelligence, which will prevent Codius from getting fucked up. All right. Let us continue. The Codius implementation uses Google's native client to sandbox untrusted code, which enables developers to write contracts in any programming language. It uses deterministic compilation. It uses hashes and signed keys to securely identify contracts and modules. I'm going to skip down to the next paragraph. Codius and smart oracles in general open up new possibilities for developers, entrepreneurs, and enterprising legal and financial professionals. So it's not just about crypto. Codius opens up the whole entire world. You got it? We're not just talking about cryptos and tokens here. So back up and start looking at like a big picture. If you have to, watch the video again so you get it. Agreements that previously required lengthy legal contracts, like those on Ethereum, can now be translated into code and run automatically by what? Smart oracles, Bam, got him right there. That's what nobody else has. That's why I'm explaining to you. This is awesome. See, because these other programs can't do what the smart oracles can do. It like runs itself. It can, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Smart contracts hold the potential to empower people to build a more fair, more affordable, and more efficient legal system. So now we're getting into the law. It's not just about cryptos and coins. And smart oracles are one of the simplest ways to realize that dream. Okay. This is all about smart oracles. It's about Google's sandbox for untrusted code, which is called Google's native client. These two work together to form what we call Codius, which will connect the whole entire world, not just crypto, but the whole entire fucking world, and facilitate movement all over and move everything. Not just crypto, it's going to move everything, information, your high school records, everything you can imagine. Okay. Now, here's the final part. We'll be done in about 1 minute. Um, this paper was authored by Evan Schwartz. That's David Schwartz's brother. I'm the only one who's ever showed you guys that at Ripple in the early days, you had three Schwartzes. Nobody else has taught this, and that's important for some reason, which I don't know exactly, but they are connect. Something's going on with them. Okay, you got David, Evan, and I think her name's Stephanie. All right, Stephanie used to work in Washington D.C. Probably worked for some kind of government organization, right? And then she just happened to work in Virginia for some kind of security type, I won't say, but I'm going to say three-letter agency. So you got the three Schwartzes working there. Well, who made Codius? Well, this paper was authored by Evan Schwartz. Oh, damn. And then you got Stefan Thomas, who was born in Germany. Oh, damn. Here we go with Germany again. I'm not going to talk about that one right now. Special thanks to David Schwartz for pointing out the concept of offline contracts. Okay. Now let's look here. They're giving thanks. Listen who they give thanks to. The Ethereum team. This is the only time in this whole article, actually, in this whole white paper, it's talk about smart contracts, smart oracles, the future of the world, and everything. Ethereum's never mentioned at all until the very end. And what do they say? We want to thank the Ethereum team for giving smart contracts a platform and introducing thousands of new people to the concept. So they want to thank Ethereum for coming up with smart contracts and introducing people. And you know what Ripple said next? Ethereum, thank you for that. Okay, get out of the room. You're done. We've just taken you over. Thank you very much for letting everybody know. Okay. They didn't really help Ripple necessarily. Ripple's just trying to be nice by saying, Ethereum, you're fucking done. You're bankrupt, you're broke, you're dog shit. Okay. We just got done discussing if Ethereum is only like one you've got to speak Ethereum or their smart contracts don't work. Well, guess what? Not everybody in the world wants to speak Ethereum. And then on top of that, there's so many problems with Ethereum. But Ripple was nice, and they wanted to, the Ethereum team for giving smart contracts a platform and letting everybody know about them. You can go home now, Ethereum. Thank you very much for letting everybody know about smart contracts, but we've just replaced you and put you out of business. Bye-bye. That's what Ripple just did, basically, right here. And there you have it. That's the end of the show right there. Let me read some comments, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Hear, hear, Hulk. Can words, numbers, symbols, anything? They must have your personal code. So Bitcoin was a test. Private. You've nailed it, Crypto Hulk. Let's see. Almost done. Thank you, Hulk. Says Jody Nadeau. I think I'm going to wrap it up with that. There's your Codius. That's your future of the world right there. That's how crypto and the whole world will operate in the future is on Codius. You heard it here first. And Crypto Hulk says, peace out until tomorrow.